Risk identification maturity is an essential measure of an organization's capability to systematically and proactively identify potential risks that could impact its operations, strategic objectives, and overall success. This facet of organizational maturity is increasingly vital in a world where risks are not only diverse, but also rapidly shifting. The VALassess framework offers a robust mechanism for managers to evaluate and refine their organization's approach to identifying risks, ensuring that potential threats are comprehensively understood and effectively managed. An organization demonstrating high risk identification maturity possesses a structured and continuous process to scanning its internal and external environment for potential risks. This process is characterized by a broad perspective that considers a wide array of risk factors, including financial, operational, strategic, regulatory, and environmental aspects. VALassess aids organizations in establishing such comprehensive risk identification practices, emphasizing the importance of inclusivity in considering both obvious and subtle risk sources. A key attribute of mature risk identification processes is their integration into all levels of the organization. This integration ensures that risk awareness permeates throughout the organization, fostering a culture where every employee is encouraged to identify and report potential risks. VALassess guides managers in embedding risk identification into the organizational culture and daily operations, enhancing the overall responsiveness to emerging risks. Organizations with advanced risk identification maturity leverage diverse sources of information and a variety of analytical tools to detect and assess risks. This includes the use of data analytics, scenario planning, and stakeholder feedback to gain insights into potential risk factors. The VALassess framework supports organizations in adopting and integrating these tools and techniques, thereby enriching the risk identification process. Another feature of risk identification maturity is the proactive stance towards emerging and future risks. This involves not only identifying current risks, but also forecasting future threats and their potential impacts on the organization. Through VALassess, organizations can enhance their ability to anticipate risks, positioning themselves to respond effectively before risks materialize. Effective communication and reporting mechanisms are also essential components of risk identification maturity. Mature organizations have established channels for reporting identified risks to the appropriate levels of management in a timely manner. This ensures that risks are not only identified, but also escalated appropriately, enabling informed decision-making. VALassess encourages the development of such mechanisms, ensuring clear and effective communication pathways for risk reporting. For managers, utilizing the VALassess framework to advance risk identification maturity is a strategic endeavor. It involves leading the organization in cultivating a proactive and comprehensive approach to risk identification, embedding this mindset into the fabric of the organization's culture and operations. Managers play a major role in this process, setting the tone for openness, vigilance, and responsiveness to risks. The journey towards achieving high risk identification maturity is continuous and requires a commitment to ongoing improvement. It demands vigilance, foresight, and a willingness to invest in the necessary tools and processes to identify risks effectively. Organizations that excel in risk identification are better positioned to navigate uncertainties, mitigate potential impacts, and seize opportunities for growth and innovation. Organizations that prioritize risk identification maturity are not only safeguarding their current operations, but are also securing their future success. By proactively identifying risks, they can devise effective strategies to mitigate these risks, ensuring resilience and sustainability. Through the strategic application of VALassess, managers can guide their organizations toward achieving and maintaining a high level of risk identification maturity, fostering a resilient and forward-looking organizational culture. Elevating risk identification maturity is crucial for organizations aiming to thrive in an unpredictable world. By systematically identifying and assessing potential risks, organizations can enhance their preparedness, agility, and strategic decision-making capabilities, laying a solid foundation for sustained success and resilience.